What time is it, babe?
6:25.
6:25, so we gotta leave in maybe like 15 minutes. John's quickly cooking us eggs. And we're gonna pack up and head out. Are you in frame?
Yeah. Sort of.
So we're pretty much all set up, and it is, what time is it?
It is.
Oh, yay!
Awesome. That's like, man, it's really dark.
I know.
I went over and told them that the light was out. So.
The one light above us went out. But it's 9:43, so it opens at 10, so we're making good time. No!
John, don't tell them thank you. I went home again.
1 o'clock, and it's been crazy. But I'm doing really well. Still really nervous. I'm trying to get some cosplays that I see walking by, so we'll see how many I can grab. Because I can't go and like stock them anymore because I'm buying the table. But anyway, I'll update you guys later. From Walgreens, and John got me the most fruitiest drink that he could find. We'll see if it tastes any good. So it's like 9:30, we're so done, but people are still here.
What?
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 What? What? But we've almost made it until 10, so I'm super proud. John wants to do jumping jacks. Anyway, I can't wait to sleep.
Good morning.
It is day 2 Saturday. It's open. It's getting pretty crazy. So here's to a good day. Quick update. We made it. It's past 10. I am so tired. But it was a super awesome day, and I am just gonna go and zonk out now. This is my good friend Chuck. He comes to visit me like on all my conventions, so I'm just so happy to see him, and it's a really good day. Do you like a thumbs up or something? Yeah! We made it! It was an awesome con, super excited, and I met so many great people. This is really awesome. Hi guys, it's Wednesday after work, and I decided to sit down and just talk about this past weekend because there's just so much that I wasn't able to record. So I have my notes here, so I'm just gonna go over them. Friday was very nerve-wracking. So we arrived and we
pulled into the Sheraton like driveway thing, and I went up and I asked someone, and I was like, I'm here for pre-registration. Husband is in the car with all of my stuff. I'm from the artist alley. And they're like, oh yes, you still have to wait in line for pre-registration, which is over there. And it was like this big line with all the stuff and this blue light, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to have to carry all my stuff through that. And the guy just like wasn't helpful at all. So we brought everything upstairs to the second floor, but then we were like, we still have to go in line, and we can't, like I couldn't carry my big 2 totes, they were just way too heavy. So he ended up going back downstairs and asking the bellman if he could borrow one of the luggage cart things. So he finally got one of those, and we were able to go through the line. But it was just like so unnecessary, because later a friend of mine messaged me and was like, you don't have to wait in the line, you can just skip it and go and get your badge because you're in the artist alley. So anyway, lesson learned that when you're packing for a convention, use wheeled luggage, because that was a nightmare. And then everything just went really smoothly. I met so many wonderful people, and I just was like beyond excited. The hours were very long. Saturday we got up and we were a little late, but we managed to get there right on time and set up and everything. And if I thought Friday was busy, Saturday was like just insanely crazy. I met so many wonderful people as well. I honestly wish I could like walk around more, because I went out to Walgreens real quick to get water. We got like a jug of water every day, because yeah. Like as I was walking, I saw so many cool cosplays and like people I wanted to talk to and stuff, and I didn't want to leave John at the table for too long. That was kind of a bummer. I guess it made me realize that like I am there for work and not for fun. I mean, it is fun, but I wasn't able to like walk around and really shop or go hang out with friends or like stalk people because their cosplays are really cool, which is what I used to do when I was just an attendee. Nina and Mel can attest to that. Not like stalk in a weird way, but like if they were going one way, I was trying to catch up to them and be like, hey, can I take your picture? But you know, all the crowds and stuff. So yeah, anyway. So Saturday ended and we were still exhausted, but so happy. That's when I surpassed my best sales I've ever done. And honestly, at one point, John was keeping track, and I didn't even ask him because it just was so busy, it wasn't on my mind. And he was like, babe, I've calculated and I don't think you're ready for this. And this was like halfway through the day. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. So he showed me, and I instantly went to the bathroom and cried because I couldn't believe it. I just was so in shock, and I like didn't know what to do with myself. I was unbelievably happy. I'm getting teary just thinking about it. So unbelievably happy. Anyway, so then Sunday was another like fiasco. We were running a little late. We parked at a different garage. We didn't know where we were going, and I was wearing these new shoes that are super cute, but of course they weren't broken in. And as we were running, I was like, oh, my ankle really hurts. This is not good. But I was like, whatever, I'll just like fix it when I get there. So I get there and I quickly set up, and I'm talking to actually my good friend Chuck had just got there as it opened, and I looked down and my whole ankle is all like bloody, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have this like huge blister and my new shoes are all full of blood now. Yay. I was like, hey Chuck, can you just hold on real quick because I need to go get a band-aid. If you guys have any suggestions on how to get blood out of a shoe, let me know. It's actually been a couple days and I probably should have cleaned it by now, but you know. Anyway, so Sunday was another crazy day because it was shorter hours. And everyone was just like, I need to buy something. And that's what you do at a con. You wait till Sunday after you've looked at everything, which is great. But it was just super crazy. It went super fast. And before I knew it, it was over. It was just an insane experience. It was so much fun. I met so many wonderful people. So I have this huge list that I want to thank. John, my husband, of course, because I wouldn't be able to do that without him, with him running around trying to figure out how to bring my stuff in, and like just being an awesome support. And oh my god, he was such a good salesman. Like every time I made a sale, he was like, and this is her Instagram, and you know, please check her out so you can see new artwork from her. And it just like, I was like, oh babe, like, oh thanks. I just felt so thankful to you, babe. So thank you for always supporting me and always being there from the very beginning. Thank you to Ruth and Dawn. Oh my gosh, like I couldn't have asked for better table mates. Their username is Rudis to Buddhist, I think is how you pronounce it. But they have like a YouTube, a Patreon, an Instagram. They have all this stuff, and her art is so good. And I was so jealous of like their awesome setup, and I was like, oh my god, one day I'm gonna do that. And they were just so helpful. I picked their brain all weekend on like what to do, where to buy certain things, and they were just so helpful and so nice. And I hope we can meet again soon. I was able to do an art trade with Ruth, so I picked this print. Oh my gosh, and she even signed it, and it like matches. Hold on, I'm gonna take it out of the sleeve. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh my god, don't mind my nails. But look at her like signature. It's all gold and it matches. We were like obsessed with it. So nice. Okay, so thanks, Ruth. I love it to death. And then Ren Foodle Doodles. Oh my gosh, your art piece is just so beautiful, and I'm so glad you wanted to do an art trade with me. And also, I'm still jealous of your hair. So this is Foodle Doodles artwork that I did an art trade for. Like, look at that. It's just so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Yugen, I think is how you pronounce it. Yugen Shen. He was awesome to talk to. Me and my husband loved his artwork. And unfortunately, the Full Metal Alchemist print I really wanted ran out of stock. So instead, I got the Princess Mononoke print, which is still equally awesome, and John got a few other prints from him as well for friends. So this is amazing. I love your work. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Alyssa Vashina? I will link it, but look how like pretty this is. I couldn't help but buy this. It's just so calm and relaxing, and I love the colors and the expression, and just, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So glad I found this. So thank you, Alyssa. Caitlin drawing kit all weekend, because John saw this I think on Friday, and he was like, have you gone over and seen the tiger print yet? I was like, no, not yet. And it wasn't until Sunday, I think, that I went over and I found it, and I was obsessed. So cool. So it's this girl who is drawing stripes on the tiger, but then there's these like little obscure tigers around her that like you know is tigers, but they aren't quite right. And I thought that was so interesting, and it's just so beautiful. I love all the little details and everything. So we got that. Finally, I bought a print from Arts Angel because I just love his style, his painterly, very detailed style of artwork. It's just so pretty. I saw this online, I think like a year or so ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need that. So when I figured out that he was going to Anime Boston, I was like, I definitely need to get a print. I was debating between this one or the Link one, but I went with Sailor Moon or Serenity because, you know, childhood. Well, Link is from childhood too, but this just holds. I just went with this one. So it's the next day because I was editing the video and I noticed I had freaking lipstick on my teeth, and it annoyed the crap out of me, and even my husband pointed it out when I like didn't say anything to see if he noticed. So I'm just gonna quickly re-record this. Back to thanking people. So I definitely want to thank Silver Fox Creations. Oh my gosh, she was like the sweetest. So she came over after seeing one of my prints, the Titus and Una print. I guess somebody had walked by her table with it, and she came over and she just wanted to say how like beautiful it was and how much the game meant to her, and we connected on like the same level and how we grew up with Final Fantasy X being our like first RPG and how much it meant to us, and it just like really touched my heart. So I went over and we decided to do an art trade, and she was just so ecstatic and it made me so happy. So I love pastels, so she's making me these custom ears, like a pastel pink and a pastel blue ears, and I'm just like so excited to get them. She's shipping them out to me later. She was so cute and so sweet, and oh my gosh, I honestly like forget your name and I'm so sorry, but I know that it's Silver Fox Creation, so thank you so much. And I also did another art trade with Victoria, who was just a few tables down from me, and she creates these really pretty, oh it's not focusing, origami earrings. So she traded like a sable print for these gorgeous crane earrings. Please focus. They're so pretty. Thank you so much, Victoria, for doing that art trade with me. They're beautiful. I can't wait to wear them. Also want to thank my girl Terry. Yeah, my girl Terry, who bought all of my Pokemon prints except for Bulbasaur because it sold out on Saturday, and I'm so sorry, but she just purchased it on my Etsy. She's like, I can't wait to complete the set, so thank you so much. I'm still restocking from Anime Boston, but I'll ship that out to you as soon as I can. And guys, oh my gosh. Someone recognized me from D'Angelo Wallace's Draw This in Your Style video.
Okay, so starting with Brit Caley. Oh, I see. Brit Caley. So this one is really nice. I like that brushwork a lot. I think I'm going to give it a 97. Minus 3 points because I feel like it.
Like what? I was so shocked. This girl like comes over, I think it was Saturday, and she was like, I know you. I was like, yeah? Because I don't know you. And she's like, yeah, you're from D'Angelo Wallace's video. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. And she asked for a picture and everything, so I posed awkwardly with her. But anyway, thank you so much, Kira, for coming over and saying hi. It meant the world to me and made me so happy that you just recognized my name from across the room. So thank you. Of course, thank you to Kate and Trisha and Lance for coming over and talking to me and just making me breathe and just complimenting me endlessly. You guys were amazing, and it was so awesome to see familiar faces within the craziness of Anime Boston. It made me relax, and just it was awesome seeing familiar faces. So thank you so much for coming over. I love your guys' cosplay, especially the Utena ones. Their handles are Norse Dance Party and Strawberry Fluff. I'll link it, but yes, definitely go check them out because they're awesome. Thank you to Manon. Oh my gosh, I think that's how you pronounce your name. She's from school. I totally was shocked when you came over and said hi to me. I was like, oh my gosh, I know you. Oh my gosh, you're from school. And oh, it was so awesome to see you again because it's been years. So it was great talking to you and catching up a little bit. Got your black belt, so congratulations on that. Thank you to Chuck, who came and visited me again. You're amazing. I love your support. Thank you so much for coming out. It's always awesome seeing you. And my good friend Robbie, John's friend, who came in his Templar knight costume, which was amazing. Thank you so much for coming out and just hanging out at my table and covering for me as I walk around and spaz a little bit. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much to Kayla. Kayla Crafts 22. It was so awesome getting to know you guys and talking to you and just hanging out with you guys at the table. Also, your contacts were amazing. I kept looking at them. I didn't say anything, but I just thought they were the coolest thing because they had the highlight in them, and I've never seen that before, so awesome job. Thank you to this guy who ended up buying 2 prints of mine. I don't know if I got his name, or I just don't remember, I'm sorry, but he first came over and asked if he could take a picture because he wanted to ask his wife if she wanted it, if she liked it, because he wanted to buy it. And he came back later and actually ended up buying it. And the next morning he came over and told me that she loved it and he might be back to buy my cafe print as well. And he ended up coming back and buying it, and he was like, honestly, we just love your art, and it's so awesome that you're here because usually I go home and my wife hates whatever I bring home, and we don't hang it up because she doesn't like it, but she loves your stuff, and they're gonna hang my prints in their kitchen living room, I think, or something, but he was just so ecstatic that his wife liked the things that he liked as well, and it made me so happy. And my table mate Ruth, I guess, overheard the conversation, and afterwards we're just like, oh, that was so sweet. Thank you to Jeff Zephyrlink for coming over and saying hi. I know that we were messaging back and forth on Facebook, so thank you for coming over and finding me and talking to me. It was super awesome to meet you and put a face to the name. I hope your photo shoots went well. I can't wait to see the pictures that you took. So thank you to this guy who asked about the meanings behind my paintings. That was super awesome. I'm so sorry I forget your name, but he would like come back and was like conflicted about which two pieces to get. I think it was the arches or my my reach painting, and he was so curious about like why I painted those, the feelings behind them, and that just meant so much to me because, you know, all my paintings are based off of what I'm feeling, my emotions, and like my state of mind, and that just meant so much to me. So thank you for coming over and like asking those questions and talking to me about it and just being curious about it, and it just meant so much to me, so thank you. And lastly, thank you so much to Neil for coming over and saying hi and just striking a conversation with us, because you're just awesome, and I hope that your photography career just like skyrockets, because it was so cool to hear what you're doing. And John and I are still thinking about going to those photo shoot meeting things to start our modeling career. But it was super awesome meeting you, so thank you. So yeah, I probably forgot a bunch of people. It was so hard to keep track of everyone that came over and everyone that I talked to, but I'm just so thankful. It went so freaking well, and I'm so shocked, and I am so grateful. So thank you so much for coming over and saying hi. I can't wait to do it again. I've already applied to a couple other cons. I may be going to a con in Atlanta, Georgia, which would be my first time like flying somewhere, but I'm still thinking about it. But it was just an amazing event, and it's opened up so many new possibilities, and I'm just so excited to just keep going and keep creating and meeting so many more of you. Anyway, I guess I'll see you next week, and thank you so much to my 350 subscribers. No, wait, I think it's, oh my gosh, thank you so much to my 373 subscribers. Okay, bye guys.